So what's the name of the channel?
So the channel is just going to be our names. It's going to be Jessica and Darwin. We want you guys to get to know us for who we are and not just the Fab Family. Hi, Fab Family. Welcome back.
What's up? How's it going, guys? How's it going? How you doing, beautiful?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, so let's talk about clearly the reason why you're watching this video, the title of this video, The End of the Fab Family. We want to give you guys, I think we owe you guys an explanation as to why the Fab Family has come to an end. Don't take that very literal because it hasn't
over,
really.
Give me my ring.
Be quiet.
It's over.
It hasn't, it's not really over, but this is a time period in our channel that we're going to kind of pivot and we're going to kind of transition our channel into something more than just family vlogs. As you guys can well, those of you who have been with us for a while, you guys know that we have transitioned. This is our second time transitioning because the first time when I first started this channel with my husband, he wasn't part of the channel. It was just me, and I was doing makeup tutorials and that kind of stuff. And we were trying to figure out how we were going to do this YouTube stuff.
You got to be like a real OG if you watch those.
Yeah, but there's some people here who've been with us from back then. And then we pivoted when I came out pregnant with Zena, and we did that gender reveal. We turned our YouTube channel into a family channel, and we called ourselves the Fab Family.
Which we will forever be the Fab Family, and you guys will always be the Fab Family.
Yes, we will continue to be the Fab Family, even if the name on YouTube won't be the Fab Family. There's many reasons why we're doing this. This is very strategic. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys actually care about that technicality, but, you know, in the YouTube world, there's a lot of things that are changing and a lot of rules and regulations, and we're just trying to keep our channel as I mean, this is not going to be solely an adult channel, but we want to keep it a little bit more open. This won't be solely a family channel. We want to be able to talk about topics that are for adults.
Yeah, and also I feel like we also have like a lot to offer, and when we kind of marketed ourselves as a family channel, so it's kind of difficult to, like, let's say, for example, we're reaching out to a brand and the brand is not really family, like, not family friendly. I won't say family. How do I explain it?
We want to be able to market to a lot more, to be able to market for a lot more things.
Yeah, but it's
and
not
when we're a family channel, you know, it kind of restricts us a little bit. So we want to be able to have more leeway with what we share on this channel.
And as we mentioned before in previous videos, previous podcasts, like when a kid sees like the name, the Fab Family, for example, they're going to be drawn into that name. And sometimes we talk about topics that kids shouldn't be listening to. Not saying that we talk about bad topics, right, but it's not kids. We
try to keep it as clean as possible, honestly, if I'm really honest. Because I know that there will be some kids watching regardless. So we always keep it clean. I mean, they won't be scarred if they're like listening to one of our conversations. But we also are aware that a lot of our viewers are around our age, or are adults. So it doesn't, I don't think it will be that impactful. We want to make that change now that, you know, like our channel it went through a growth spur at the beginning and, you know, it's been slowing down, but we want to make that change now before we pick up the pace again. We're at a point in our life where we're not really traveling that much. We're in save mode. We're in investing mode. This time of our life isn't really like, we don't want to have to make up some activity to do on the weekend and spend all this money doing some activity just because we want to vlog it.
And forcing it.
Right.
That's what was happening. It was like sometimes we would force a video and we will actually not even post it because it was forced. So when we was just rushing and we both got irritated, we was with the kids, and things were just not working out because we was rushing the video just to put up content, and it just didn't work out. if you want the honest.
Yeah, the blunt truth, right? And so I know a lot of you also know that we actually work actual jobs Monday through Friday. And so we don't do this full time. It's very difficult. I know it's possible, but it's just for us, it doesn't really work. We really wanted to do the podcast kind of setting for a while, and this has been working great. Like, this is going to be episode 8 already. I'm so proud of us.
That means 8 weeks in a row. We've been posting for 8 weeks in a row.
Yes.
That's a record for us. Yeah. So that was another thing, consistency. YouTube is a game of consistency.
Absolutely.
And not saying this channel is not going to turn just into a podcast channel. We have a lot of ideas that we want to do. We have a lot of things that we do. You guys know I'm a photographer. She models. Like, we want to bring those things too.
Right. And believe me, when interesting stuff starts happening and we actually are doing something that we want to bring you guys along, we will be vlogging those things. It's not that we will completely not vlog, but we want to keep the consistency, as my husband's saying. We want to keep the consistency up. And so it is a lot more easier and a lot more manageable for us to do these kind of podcast settings, because we're able to, put it down on paper and say, okay, Fridays at this time we're going to record. And so this is more structure. This gives us structure that we actually need, and it just works for us. This is what we've been having a lot of fun doing these.
Yeah, and as it's going to get even better as we start bringing guests on. We have our guest list. We're just working out the logistics and setting everything up to be able to host more than 2 people.
I'm hoping that by next episode we'll have somebody on. Yes.
And
so also you guys might not be seeing the kids so often anymore, but you guys will be seeing them here and there. It's not like we're trying to hide them from you guys. Somebody did suggest that we did a podcast episode with them, which I think is a great idea. So stay tuned for that, because I do want to do that. I want to bring them on and just talk about something with them.
Do you feel like, now let's talk and get into a little conversation. Do you feel like the era of family channels on YouTube is over?
No, I don't think so. I think there's still an audience for that. They're pretty entertaining. I don't think it's over. Maybe the hype of it is over, because a lot of people were doing the family channels because it was kind of like a hype.
Yeah,
like everybody wanted to do the family channel.
When we started,
it was starting.
Yeah, again, YouTube is a game of consistency, and we wasn't consistent.
We were for a little bit,
so we didn't take full advantage of it.
Didn't. And it's our fault. Yeah, it's fully our fault.
We failed at that point. But again, it's not easy. I respect those content creators that have family channels and are consistent and never gave up and just kept it pushing. We slacked. I think our focus was on too many areas.
And I'll take full accountability for that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I feel like, if you guys can see, probably any of you guys who maybe are new around here, you guys could see at the amount of subscribers that we have. We have about 24,000 subscribers, and our views right now are very low. And it's because at one point, we were consistently uploading, and we got a whole bunch of people to subscribe to our channel, and then we kind of let you guys down. And we've apologized for this 1,000 times, but it is what it is. It's part of the past. It's part of our journey. I feel like that's just what was meant to happen.
Yeah, but also I feel like, for example, a video we saw that sometimes you create a video that is not necessarily in your niche. And not saying that we have a niche. At that point, we did. We was going out to a lot of parties, family parties, and it was like all about party decor and things. So we was attracting people that wanted to see that all the time. And then we kind of transitioned into paying off debt out of nowhere. Yeah. So imagine going from partying to paying off debt. Your audience is going to be like, bro, I didn't
just became a boring ass channel. Like, what happened? Yes, that's very true.
So that's what happens. Like, sometimes you go viral for one video that has nothing to do with, and this can happen in any platform, that has nothing to do with your niche.
And I mean, is that we became a family channel. It had everything to do with that moment in time for us. That was our life at that point. Yeah. At that point, I was pregnant. I did a gender reveal. It went crazy. A lot of people started joining our channel, and they just wanted to see us go out, you know, and throw these like events, you know, like we recorded a lot, like my baby shower, my friend's baby shower, the decorations. People love to see that stuff. My maternity photo shoot was another one. A lot of people enjoy looking at the photo shoots that we would post. And that's what was happening in our lives at that point. And then everything just went. Not technically. We just decided. It was a decision between us that we wanted to sit down and really think about our future and really think about our money and our finances and put our finances into place. You know, we wanted a lot. We had a lot of goals. We still do. And we've achieved a lot since then. And we had to sit down and make an executive decision. And we were like, okay, we need to like stop going out and eating out every weekend. We need to stop doing all these things and spending so much money because we're making too much money and it's just going to waste. Like, we're not investing it. It's not anywhere. Like, how are we going to make these goals a reality when our priorities, you know, aren't set in stone? So that's why our channel started becoming a channel of, okay, guys, like, we're about to, like, you know, pay off debt. Like, we're about to be debt free. Like, that was our goal. Like, when everything started, like, we are on a journey to become debt free. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people were like, what the hell just happened? Like, the party family just became the boring family.
And then right after that, like, we finished our debt stuff right when, you know, the pandemic started. And so you already know what happened then. Then nobody was pretty much creating. I mean, people was creating, don't get me wrong, but everybody we was not in that mentality.
No, we totally fell off at that point because, I mean, our mindset was on like paying off this big student loan.
But the goal was pay off the stuff and then we could do everything. We can get back on track.
Yeah.
So it didn't happen. No. And then we was stuck in that pandemic mode for another year and a half. So now we have 3.5 years that we've been not consistent on YouTube, and that's kind of what happened with our YouTube kind of going down. And then we started a business, which was Frozen Visuals, a photography business, which was doing great.
Yeah, and it was a lot happened,
and that was another 2 years. So it was just like
we were just all over the place, and our hands were on so many different pots, like, and that's why this year we decided, okay, like, enough of the crap. Like, we need to, like, really focus because I feel like, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but we're, like, very talented at many things. And so when you have your mind on so many different areas, it's like you can't profit any of them because your hands are in too many different pots. So this year, Babe was like, okay, like, enough with this photography stuff. Like, he still has those skills and he still wants to continue to do photography, but it's going to be more for our personal brand and not for clients as we were doing in the past.
So what's the name of the channel now that we're here, before we stretch it too much and don't tell people?
So the channel is just going to be our names. It's going to be Jessica and Darwin because, you know, Jessica first and then Darwin.
But as you guys see, you guys will always
we will always be the Fab Family. You guys can always refer to us as the Fab Family. We will refer to as ourselves as the Fab Family, or TikTok will still be the Fab Family. But we want you guys to get to know us for who we are and not just the Fab Family. I think a lot of you
didn't even know our names.
Right? Because every time we would vlog, I would like call Babe. And there's some people, even friends of ours, who maybe we met like a year or two ago, who call him Babe because I'm always calling him Babe. They don't even know his name. So we want you guys to get to know us as Jessica and Darwin. And yeah, we're really working on our personal brands, and that's the reason why we're going to be changing our YouTube name.
So at the end of the day, everything that we did photography wise and makeup wise, everything is coming like full circle, and now we're going to incorporate all of that into this personal new brand era. And
I call this the new era.
The new era.
Yeah. I feel like all of that just had to happen. You know, like the experience with the makeup and the clients, all of that played its part in that time. It helped us be financially debt free at that moment. It helped me pay my student loans. Like all of that served its purpose.
It showed us how to start it. We started a business from scratch.
Yeah, it served this purpose. It taught us so much. And, you know, like I know sometimes it could feel like, oh my God, like we wasted so much time. But then again, I think about it, I'm like, was it wasted time? Like we were actually learning and
yeah, we was learning. We made
growing
a lot, and we made a lot of amazing connections that we probably, honestly, if it wasn't for photography, we probably would have not made a lot of friends that we have now, because we didn't like, well, we did go out party, but most of the parties was with our current friends,
yeah,
and people we knew. So we was not out like crazy going to network parties. So I feel like the photography and the makeup created a lot of strong bonds.
It made some networking possible, and we will be having some of those people come over and join us in the podcast in the future. So that was good. Also a reason I want to bring this up. Also a reason why we decided that we're gonna, you know, move away from the Fab family, you know, and incorporating like our kids and all that stuff into our vlogs or our videos, is because I also want to give my kids some privacy. You know, like we could get very, like, obviously we didn't do anything with like bad intentions ever. But I don't know, like I feel like you have to protect your children's mind. Sometimes it's difficult enough that we're both, you know, somewhat in this world, and to drag them along, you know, kind of without their consent, just because we're doing it, you know, it's like,
which they enjoy all the time there.
They do. They never really complained about it, but I kind of I want that to happen organically. If eventually they tell me like, you know, I want to have my own channel, or I want to do this in your YouTube channel, mommy, like I'm all for it. I'm not against it. But it's very difficult. You know, I don't want to expose them to a lot of things, and I feel like it's better that way. Let's just keep them, you know, doing their kid stuff. Oh my God. Doing their kid stuff, you know, and whenever we want to incorporate them in the vlogs, we do. But, you know, they don't always have to be involved in front of the camera.
Yeah, the channel doesn't have to revolve around them.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll always be around, clearly. They're our kids.
So I hope this is it for us. It's feeling that way, but, you know, let's give it some time.
Yeah. I want to start traveling.
You're going to start traveling?
I want to. Those vlogs.
I do too. I can't wait. Those
vlogs are going to be fire. I will make sure of that.
I know they will be. I know. I already can picture the vision. I can see it. Like I can see it. I cannot wait to travel and vlog. That I'm looking forward to. I really am. Those will be really fun.
We'll bring you guys along.
Okay.
That wraps it up.
So that's it. We just wanted to inform you guys of, you know, the changes, and we wanted to make sure that you guys understood what's going on, because we went from like vlogging to like podcast every week. And so we wanted to explain to you guys, you know, why we chose to do that, and our thoughts and feelings and emotions. And we hope you guys ride along with us. And for those of you who maybe are subscribed, and I hope at some point you jump on and you continue to support us like you were at one point.
So whenever you see Jessica and Darwin uploaded, that's the Fab family.
Yes. All right, guys. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have gotten to the end of the video, you're the real MVP. This time, shout outs.
I want to give a shout out to Ramon, because I know he was watching. He sent me text messages, and he also commented that he's appreciating the episode. He was on a flight, and he was watching from 35,000 feet up in the air.
Oh, wow. That's so nice to know.
Shout out to you.
Okay, so Rosemary, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for for following the instructions again. You're the real one.
Shout out to Elizabeth1818 and shout out to Chris Walsh TV.
And don't forget to subscribe if you've gotten to the end of the video. Hit that like button and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time we post a video.
Make sure to follow us on other social media platforms. The links are in the description.
Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.
Peace.